Alonzo in Illinois says, I was recently released from prison after 3 years. With your help, my credit score had been at 740. While incarcerated, my credit cards were being used without my knowledge or authorization.
What?
Yep. I believe my roommate got a hold of my personal property and had a shopping spree. One card had a $5,000 credit line and sued me for $3,500. That's when I found out about things. Fast forward to my release in 23, I started contacting those institutions about my credit cards after obtaining my credit report. All the accounts are charged off. I am in $25,000 worth of debt. One bank person told me that since I didn't catch it within 90 days that I am now on the hook for it. Tell me this isn't true. Is there anything I can do? My credit score is now 550.
Alonzo, I'm so glad you're out of prison. I hope that your life is on a very positive path now. And I know this pulls you down. There you were with a solid, great credit score in the 700s. So now 550? That's hard. Are you liable? Your ability to dispute charges ends in 60 days, not 90. But this is a very unusual situation. And what your liability might be, because you've got this company that sued you for $3,500 and they might get a judgment against you, is to see what legal rights you have. Because the one thing I don't want you to have to do is file bankruptcy. And this is way out there. And we've had lots of situations with an ex-girlfriend or boyfriend using cards and ex-spouses using cards and all that kind of stuff. Your circumstance we've never had.
We definitely file a police report.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
You get on record with a police report that these were not your charges by an unknown entity. You can't accuse the roommate because you don't know it was the roommate. But you can say that someone ran up debts as if they're you. I know it's a weird thing to ask you after your unhappy encounters with the police to recommend a police report, but that is one step. And then we get to a decision tree, and you don't know what's going to work. Normally what you would do is you'd hire a consumer lawyer. There are specialists who work on consumer law cases that may be able, at not too huge a fee, to work on your behalf with these credit card companies and try to get the burden relieved from you from these cards. I don't know if there's any prison release program that you have been part of that may be able, an advocacy organization or whatever, that may be able to help you, and that potentially would be at no cost. But this is a hard situation, and I can't tell you that the charges are not now considered under the law to be valid charges, because they may be because of the period of not being challenged after the 60 days. It is a terrible circumstance. Do not let this discourage you. Do not let this keep you from the process of continuing to rebuild your life. And in the worst possible scenario, the result would be a Chapter 7 bankruptcy filing. But that would be the worst possible scenario, and that by itself, in a situation like you described, is not the end of the world.